a good way to think about it is thinking in your business, if you got 10 times or 100 times the amount of business right now, what would break first? Like, it's a bit more of a theoretical question, but if you ask yourself that question, it can kind of start to give you some insight into what areas you need to fix. You might go, my customer support couldn't handle it. We wouldn't know how to onboard those clients. We wouldn't be able to deliver. But just asking the question gets you to think about what will break first. A less theoretical way to approach this might be to take a holiday for 6 weeks. Tell your team and announce that you're about to take some time off in the next 6 months, and then actually take the time off. And when you come back, see what didn't move forward, what got stuck, what bottlenecked, and that becomes a great place for you to start to think about how things can get done without you. So the 3 stages of systemization that we'll take you through, you've already completed one. The first one is the systems for the critical client flow. Let's get those captured and documented. Then we need to move to scale-ready systems, and that's what I want to sort of focus on for this bit. How do we identify what are the other critical systems required in the other departments in the business? And then how do we set your business up to be able to solve problems and create system solutions ongoing? Because I can only show you up to a certain point, but then we'll get to a point once you've got the base set of systems in place that every business is different, and the systems that you start to create should be based by you listening to your business, getting a pulse of what's going on, and then creating systems that solve problems that are actually going on in the business. So we talked about that first stage, the critical client flow. Hopefully that's what the finished product looks like for you. You do your critical client flow, you document it, you make it all green, and then you link to the systems. Beyond that, we have to think about scale-ready systems. So for me, this is, again, your business is a collection of systems and processes. The critical client flow focuses typically on sales, marketing, operations, and there's a little bit of finance in there because we're invoicing. But it doesn't really focus on how do we get wages paid, or what does your HR policies look like as far as finding staff, onboarding staff, and getting them inducted and managing that staff. And in business, the misconception is people often talk about focusing on your strengths, and I talked about finding your unique ability and you focusing on your strengths. Sometimes people misinterpret that, thinking that it's just about focusing on the strength. But for business, all departments need to be operating strongly. That doesn't mean that you have to be doing it. If you're not good at a particular thing, you just want to make sure that every department is strong, because the unhealthy system will create an unhealthy result, which we talked about at the start of the day. We just need to make sure that your business has healthy systems in all of the different departments.